Hello everyone. Today in this video we will see how to prepare a TDS working in a standardized manner so that all the necessary information is collected and we are able to prepare a report in a very easy manner. This working has been divided into four parts: master, payment details, deduction and reports. We will start with master. In master there are two tables, one is deductive master and one is expense master. In deductive master you will have to enter the name of the all the deductees and their PAN and type of deductees. In expense master, you will have to enter the expense head that is there in your profit and loss statement or that is there in your accounting software, and you will have to map it against a particular section of income tax under which the TDS will be deducted. So labor charges are mapped against work contract 194C. Similarly, advertising and repair are mapped with 194C. Rent is mapped with 194I and so on. The next sheet is payment details where you will have to enter the details of the TDS challan. The five fields that you need to enter are serial number, the BSR code of the challan, CRN of the challan, date of the challan and amount for which the payment is made. The sixth column, that is column F, will show the unutilized or overutilized amount for a particular challan. This will be auto-calculated based on a formula that is already there. We will come to this in the later part of our video. Moving on to the deduction sheet. In this sheet, we will give the details of the deductions that we have made. Only the column marked in blue are to be filled. The columns marked in pink will be auto-populated either based on formula or based on our master sheet. So this is the date on which the deduction is made. This is the name of the deductee. Now this name is linked with the masters, so if you do not have a name in the masters here, you will not be able to write the name here. Let's say if I try to write Pujara, okay, it is accepted. So we will change this, and the sheet which you will get will not allow you to enter name which is not there in the master sheet. The next column that you need to fill is the P&L expense head. You need to mention the expense, category of expense for which the payment will be made. The next three columns are amount paid, credited, amount on which TDS is applicable, and amount on which TDS is deducted. In most of the cases, column G and column H will be the same. However, column F and column G may differ if the amount paid is below threshold limit or for some reason TDS is not required to be deducted on that amount. So if there is an advertising expenses which is below threshold limit, let's say 2000, TDS is not required to be deducted. So it will be only mentioned in the first column. At times it may so happen amount is above the threshold limit, but you may have 15H or 15G. Even in that case, amount will be only reported in column F and not G and H. Column I will report the TDS deducted on column H. The next few columns are auto-calculated. Rate, that is the rate at which the TDS is deducted. Interest payable, this will be calculated based on the payment date that you will enter in column P. You have to mention the CRN of the challan through which a particular deduction has been paid. In our example, row number 7, 8, 9 and 11 and 12 are paid by challan with CRN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have mentioned the CRN here. And what this will do, this will help you to calculate whether a particular challan is underutilized or overutilized here. So what I have done, I have removed the serial number from one of the row. So it now the payment details shows this amount is underutilized. So we have only utilized some 4,000 rupees out of 4415 and 460 is not utilized in this particular challan. So I'll again write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and I'll enter this challan number in this row. Now if you can see there is a 1250 of TDS deducted for this particular row and minus 1250, that is this challan is overutilized by 1250. So by this you can track if there is a challan is particularly underutilized or is if there is a case where you have made a short payment of the TDS deducted. You need to mention the start date and end date for the year for which you are preparing the working, and you also need to mention the interest rate per month at which the interest is to be calculated. And once again, interest will not be calculated unless and until you enter the payment date here. Now we'll move to the last sheet, that is report. Now this is a summary report that is available. It is a pivot, so you need to refresh once you every time you enter some new data. You can get expense wise, month wise, amount for each expense, and you can cross tally this amount with your data in your accounting software. So for example, you want to see the details of labor charges. Just select the labor charges from this filter. So these are the labor charges booked in your accounting software, and this should be matching with the accounting software labor charges ledger. Similarly, you can also look for any other ledger as well. By this you can keep a tab on any particular expense and you do not miss deduction or payment of TDS. Now if you want to see a deduction party wise, then you can use the filter in the name. So we'll select Rahul Dravid. So 1 lakh is paid to Rahul Dravid each month, total of 11 lakhs, and on which 11,000 of TDS is deducted. Again, these details should match with the ledger of Rahul Dravid. So you can match this detail deductive wise and even expense head wise. And again, then if you want to see the data quarterly to match with your TDS return, you can use the filter this. So these are the data that should go in your quarter one return and so on. This next table data is relevant for 3CD working. This is something that you have to report in clause 34 of 3CD, and if this data is properly filled, this data is readily available for your 3CD reporting. That's all for this video and all about this working. If you have any query using this working, you can always contact me.